you ever seen a generic image of a hamster or another animal being used to generate electricity? If you have not seen it, the concept goes as follows. There's an animal inside a cage spinning a wheel, usually a tire or something of such nature, and the motion of the hamster or the animal generates some electricity, which in turn gets used to power up a light bulb. Now, the concept is pretty accurate, but it's not that simple. It takes a lot more than an animal spinning a wheel inside a cage to generate electricity. Power generation requires more than just an animal. It requires burning of a particular fuel, and then this fuel or this heat generated by this burning of the fuel is going to be used to boil some water. Then the steam generated from the water is going to be used to force a turbine to spin, which in turn is going to generate electricity because the turbine is going to be connected to a power generator. Once that steam gets used, the steam is going to get cooled and turned back into water, and it's going to be recycled into the process. And to simplify or to assist you in visualizing the process, I have drawn this diagram right here, which is going to make it a little clearer for you. First, you start with burning of some type of fuel. Usually, what we use is fossil fuel, and the type of fossil fuels that are out there are coal or gas. Now, the reason why they use coal or gas is because they're cheaper and they're very abundant in Earth. Also, besides coal or gas, they could use nuclear power, and the problem with nuclear power is the safety concern. It's very dangerous, but only a small amount of it is needed. So they still use it, but the most popular one of it is coal or gas. Now, these two type of fuel, either one is going to get used to generate heat. Now, they're going to burn it up, generate some heat, and then the heat is going to get used to boil some water. And that's what the blue waves over here are represented. That's water. Now, once the water gets boiled, it's going to turn into steam. And the steam is going to get used to power up the turbine. And the source of this water is usually a nearby body of water. It could be a lake, it could be a stream, or it could be a river, or even from the ocean. But that is the water source. Now that all the heat has been applied and used to boil that water, the steam will be put into practical use. And with the practical application of the steam comes in useful is when it encounters a generator. Now, a generator is an electrical piece of equipment or electrical device that turns mechanical energy into electrical energy. And what it does is that the steam, the force generated by the steam, is going to spin some turbines attached to the generator, and the generator in turn will generate some electricity. That electricity will get contained and it will be delivered to your household by use of transformer, power lines, power poles, and everything that you see in the exterior of the roads. After the electricity gets generated, we have to turn that steam that was initially generated from the water back into water itself. The reason why they turn it back into water is because they're going to recycle that water. So we heated the water, turn it into steam. The steam turns the turbines. Turbines generate electricity. Electricity is the product that we need, but we still have to deal with the waste of it. So the steam, all these dots represent the steam. The steam go through a cooling stage. Now, that cooling stage is going to turn the steam back into liquid water. And this liquid water is going to get returned back to the initial tank by using a pump. Now, the cooler uses water itself. It uses cool water to cool down the steam. And the source of this water is usually a body of water, which is in the nearby area. And the two sources are usually the same. Now, remember that for power generation, you need more than a hamster to spin a wheel. You need some source of fuel to generate heat, which in turn is going to turn it into steam. The steam is going to spin the turbines, and eventually we're going to have to turn that steam back into water and pump it back into the same tank. It's a continuous cycle. So next time you are powering up your house, powering up your lights somewhere out there, remember that it's not a simple process. Thank you very much.
Good job.